Hey, this is Alpha Bob, with part 2 of my second attempt at making 1 billion ISK in 5 hours. We last left off with Daffina making 150 million ISK in the first 30 minutes. But as you can see, she is using a filament to travel to a different null space region. This is a mistake. When you are having success in one area, you should try to stick around for longer. Using the anomalies filter, we see that Daffina has landed in drone space. She has made her first mistake.
Hey Alpha Bob, up yours. The filament sends you to a random null space location. I didn't know it would be drone space. Plus, drone space isn't all that bad. Yes, there are no relic sites here in drone space, but it's quiet and at worst, I will just use another filament in 15 minutes. Actually, I will use the map to find the shortest path out of drone space. It might take the full 15 minutes to exit, but I can check out the bordering region for sites and leave if it isn't that good.
Okay, whatever you say. I was just pointing out the fact that at the rate of 300 million ISK per hour, we could have completed this challenge in under 4 hours.
Hey Bob, who is the one flying this ship anyways? I will continue to make my own choices, and you will need to deal with it.
Active.
Driver picks the route, passenger shuts his cake hole. As you can see, I'm now flying the 20 jumps to leave drone space. 20 jumps will take just about 15 minutes, perfect. I mostly warp gate to gate, unless there are a bunch of pilots in local and I don't feel safe. You can use the map to check for pilots in the systems along your route. If you notice the icon in the HUD here, we are in a strong metaliminal plasma firestorm. There are always 8 storms that move around null space. There are 4 storm types: plasma, electric, exotic, and gamma. They each have different effects on the local space. The reason I'm pointing this out is because the gamma storm is special. It can produce relic sites. So it's possible to see a relic site in drone space, but these storms are often camped by hunters. Alpha Bob will go over this in a later video.
Thank you, Daffina. I do have plans to make a video about hacking in a gamma storm, but it's very dangerous. So I might get my brother, Alpha Joe, to take that assignment. He's not quite right in the head and wouldn't even notice the danger. Anyhow, we should get back to flying through drone space. Since nothing exciting has happened, I will skip ahead. Here we go. There are 4 pilots in this system. Since the next gate is within 14 AU, we can see there's no warp bubble on this gate. These ships are 3 battlecruisers and 1 cruiser, so it's safe to warp directly to this gate. Okay, they are on this gate killing rats. They can't lock us on this side, but there is a danger of them jumping through after us. This is why we fly an Astero. It is fast and has a 2-second align time.
Warp drive active.
It is very hard for a ship to lock us without a warp bubble. They are coming after us. But we have a good lead, so we continue on our way.
I got this, Bob. There are 4 pilots in this system, so I don't want to warp directly to this far gate because it could have a warp bubble. Instead, I warp to the planet closest to the gate. This way I can use my D-scan to see if there are any warp bubbles or ships on the gate. No bubbles, and the Tengu does not worry me, so I now jump to the gate.
Warp drive active.
Oh crap, more people. I should have done a better job of checking the map for pilots. Since I can see most these pilots are on my D-scan, I feel safe to directly warp to the far
Warp
gate.
drive active.
Finally, a quiet system.
Good job. Way to not get killed. Now that we have a little downtime, I should mention the ships to look out for. These are the interdictors, which are the ships that can drop warp bubbles. The ship names are Flycatcher, Saber, Heretic, and Eris. If you see one of these ships, the best course of action is to fly to a bookmark and use your next filament. Any one of these ships can easily catch you on a gate, and then you can kiss your ass goodbye. More flying through drone space, boring, so we skip ahead again. We are out of drone space with only seconds left on our filament timer. We could jump right now, but we will check the nearby systems for relic sites. No relic site. Strike one.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
No relic site. Strike two.
Warp drive active.
You want to use the map to create waypoints, so you can fly system to system.
Warp drive active.
You should also use the agency window to find systems with lots of cosmic signatures. Just a data site, strike 3.
Warp drive active.
I actually search a few more systems, but we will skip ahead for time. This region is a bust, no relic sites to be found. Now we use another needlejack filament to move on. Using the anomalies filter, we can see we've landed in Angel space. Of the 4 pirate regions in Null, Angel relic sites pay the least. But I am actually happy to be here. It is often empty, and you can find more relic sites than in Sancha space. Looking at the map window, I can see many empty systems. Usually you want to use the map to create a route that avoids the systems with the most pilots. But when you are in an empty region, it's better to use the agency window to find the systems with the most cosmic signatures. For this first system with 3 signatures, I set this as my destination. Switching between scanning and planning a route is a pain, but I'm trying to be efficient.
Warp drive active.
Going back to the agency window, I now search for the next system to visit. This system has 3 signatures, so I set this as a waypoint. And another waypoint to this system with 5. I now have enough systems to last for 15 minutes, but you can add more waypoints to your route if you are having success hacking.
Warp drive active.
This system has 4 pilots in local. I think about warping to a planet, but since this is the first I'm spotted and this is a quiet region, I'm not worried about a gate camp with bubbles. D-scan shows 4 Vindicators, which are battleships and nothing to worry about. If you are in Sancha space, you will find more gate camps and should not fly gate to gate when pilots are in local. Finally, some signatures to scan.
Warp drive active.
Even though Daffina has good scanning skills, she is clearly struggling to pinpoint these sites. A data site, which I will often skip over. But it looks like Daffina is going to hack it.
Warp drive active.
That's right, Bob. Since I still have one more site to scan, I don't see the harm in checking out this data site. Okay, since I'm already here, I will cargo scan these containers. Maybe I'll find something good. Crap. Crap. And more crap.
Warp drive active.
I'm out of here. Now I see why you skip all those data sites. We are now skipping ahead to our next relic site. Finally, a relic site. It's been over 30 minutes since finding our last relic site. I guess Alpha Bob was right.
What was that? I didn't quite hear you.
I said you were right.
Right about what, exactly?
You were right. I should have stayed in that first region where I made 150 million ISK in 30 minutes. I made the mistake of using a filament when things were good, and I landed in boring drone space. What's done is done, and now I have a relic site to hack. I now cargo scan all the containers. The first one has 28 million, not too shabby. I tag it with an X. Almost 6 million, another can to tag. I start my hack. I avoid this one since the core is at least 8 spots from the start. Always destroy these spider spots. Another block, so I try the top path. Blocked again. I bust through the furthest spot with 10 HP to spare. Found the core, but I need at least 21 HP to win. I now search for tools. I give up since you get 2 attempts. A tool, nice. Again, kill the spider spot right away. The angle tool is the best. I use it on this spot because of the long row of the rule of 6 spots at the top. The core could be close, so I bust through this spot. I found the core with 25 HP left. I'm not sure why I'm searching for a tool that I don't need. I must have had a brain fart. Victory. This next hack looks easy. And it is. Easy peasy. I continue my scanning. I right-click on the data site to ignore it, and the same with my finished relic site. A level 3 data site. This could be a ghost site, so I continue to scan it down. Not a ghost site, so I will jettison some worthless loot and use another needlejack filament. Now I'm in Gurista's space, not bad. Ooh, a relic site first scan. Maybe I can get back to making the big ISK.
Warp drive active.
I continue to scan as I fly to the relic site. Okay, 3 containers to hack. This first one looks easy. Avoid that. Don't click on the white data cache spots, unless you are stuck. Here's the core, yay. Next hack. I go one way. Now the other way. These spots are the worst. Usually you should kill it first. I use the angle tool on this one. I need another tool. Found one. Found the core, but need a tool. Nope. I move on to my second attempt. Now I need to concentrate.
Daffina. There is a new pilot in local. Maybe you should be careful.
But I really want to finish this hack.
Well, that can get you killed. You don't know if this player has already scanned down this site, and he could be flying here right now, ready to drop a warp bubble on your ass.
I'll worry about my own ass, thank you very much. I'm using my D-scan to monitor the situation. 2 pilots and I can see their ships. Since they are not flying cloaky ships, I decrease the range on my D-scan down to 5 AU, this way I can tell if they are flying here. I'm not worried, so I will do this last hack. One of them left the system, and I completed the hack.
Warp drive active.
I'll scan this last signature. A level 4 data site. This could be a standard sleeper cache.
Warp drive active.
I use the map to plan out a route. Mostly empty systems.
As Daffina is using the map, 2 new players have entered the system. It's good she flew to a bookmark to stay safe and is occasionally using the D-scan. But this is where I would get off the train. When you see activity like this, you should stay at a bookmark until your filament timer is done, and then use your next needlejack filament to get the hell out of Dodge. But Daffina likes to live on the edge. No fear. Now she is flying to a far-off gate. Still thinking about the route, as another player appears in local. Two ships on the gate, and one just jumped. Notice there's a Saber on D-scan. Probably flying to this gate, so it's a good decision to jump. Since a Saber could be coming, best to warp off quickly. The Saber is the most common ship with warp bubbles. Notice how Daffina warps to a planet and sets a bookmark. That player on the gate can see which planet she warped to, so it's best to fly to the bookmark immediately.
Warp drive active.
Well done, Daffina.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, even more players, but I'm okay with continuing my scan. But just to be safe, I will fly up with my micro warp drive on full blast. This is the trick that Alpha Bob taught me.
That's right. As an alpha player, you cannot use a cloak. So anyone with combat probes can scan down the location of your ship. You might spot them on D-scan, but once you've been scanned, they can warp directly to your exact location in a matter of seconds. If your ship is moving fast, by the time the hunter ship arrives on grid, you should be far enough away to avoid the immediate warp scram or bubble, giving you time to escape. Now for those Omega players out there, just cloak up your ship and you're fine. One player left in local, 6 minutes left on the timer, and this last signature is looking difficult to scan down. Best to stay in this system and use a filament to be safe. We will end this video once this last site is scanned. I have a feeling this is a level 5 data site, which is always the superior sleeper cache site. Yep, a level 5. We drop a mobile depot to equip our scan rangefinder array fitting. To scan down this site, we need this tight formation and at least 105 base sensor strength on our probes. We currently have a strength of 101. Center the probes best you can. Daffina forgot to stop the ship and approach the mobile depot. You can't change your fitting unless you are next to the depot. Will she figure it out? This is so funny to watch.
Haha, Bob, glad I amuse you. Since I'm more than 150 kilometers away, I can just warp back to the depot. Now I just fit these 3 scan rangefinder arrays to my ship. Now my probe strength is increased to 106 points. This is enough to finish my scan. Success. I now refit my ship with 2 armor hardeners, a damage control module, and an armor repairer. This fitting is needed to run this sleeper site. And don't forget to scoop up your mobile depot. With no one in local, I'm ready to run this site.
Not so fast, Daffina. We need to end this video soon, and this site will take about 20 minutes to complete. Please open your inventory window so I can tally up our loot. Okay, just over 200 million ISK. So for the last hour, we've only made 50 million. That's abysmal. Luckily, with this superior sleeper cache, we can make a fast 100 million ISK and get back on track to completing this challenge. If you enjoyed any bit of this video, please click the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, thanks a bunch for your support. Say goodnight, Daffina.
Good night, Daffina.